Rem is my favorite character in ReZero. I know, I'm such a unique guy, but I was kind of contemplating why this is. I mean, she hasn't been in the show since season 1, and there are other more developed characters in the show. I was googling this and came across this amazing video by Brown Table that describes it excellently, and while I'll be referencing it here, it won't be my only argument, I'll be adding onto it. I do want to put one thing out there real quick. I am not arguing that Subaru should have ended up with Rem. While Rem is my favorite character, I don't think her being with Subaru is the right thing, either story-wise, plot-wise, or thematically. The confession scene is all about Subaru being honest. He had literally zero skin in the game before this. He knew that Rem liked him from a past loop, and then he continued to go and ask her as a fallback option. Guys, for those of you who do not know, you usually don't know with 100% certainty that someone likes you beforehand. I could talk about the confession scene for literal hours. It's quite literally my favorite scene in all of anime, so I could go on and on and on about it, but just know for now that Subaru not ending up with Rem is him being honest with her and himself and the correct choice for the story. Okay, now for Rem. I'm going to start off with what Brown Table said regarding the gain loss theory. Basically, I want you to imagine a setting real quick. I'll put one on screen too for those of you who are watching, as it's a tad bit confusing. Imagine person A talks to person B about you, the viewer right now. Now person A says only good things about you. Fast forward a few weeks or a month, this is the same. Person A has had a constant positive perception of you the whole time you've known them. Now I'm going to sideline person A for a moment and bring in person C. Person C is talking to person B and only says bad things about you, like horrible, downright hurtful things, just trash talking you the entire time. You obviously feel bad as you talk to person C and they seem nice to you. A week passes and they're still negative, but it seems less so. Now jump forward a month or so and they are talking positively about you. Rather than a straight positive relationship like person A, this is a gain. This is the gain loss theory in essence. Basically you see person C in a more favorable light as they change their opinion on you. I'm going to substitute in characters now so this all makes sense. Amelia is person A. She's always had a caring attitude towards Subaru even when he was being an absolute jerk. She still left because that's what he needed. Let's go Amelia. This puts Amelia in a constant positive light for the audience. Rem on the other hand is our second example as person C. Here is a nice little graph I made meant to represent Subaru's perception of people throughout the whole story, just to make this a little bit more digestible. The x-axis is his perception and the y-axis is the amount of time spent in episodes. Just a quick warning that these values are pretty arbitrary and they're my guess about how Subaru feels about these people. He doesn't exactly label from 1 to 10 how he feels about each person per episode. I decided to make 30 the baseline for someone like an acquaintance as well. It's just an arbitrary number I picked, no real substance to that, just know 30 is like what he'd have a stranger be at. As we can see, Amelia pretty much stays the same until episode 14 where she takes a noticeable drop downwards. In this episode, Subaru crashes out on Amelia. Obviously, his perception of her would go down as he feels like she wronged him. We as an audience can tell that he's fully in the wrong here, but he still doesn't see it that way. I decided to give some gradual recovery to Subaru's perception and kicked it up after the first loop as he gets to see all of them dead, which would definitely cement his feelings as he continues to try and save her. Now for Rem. Obviously she isn't included until episode 5 of the anime, so everything before I put at a 0. I decided to put her at an acquaintance level to start with. I know Subaru acts all buddy-buddy with them, but he does that for pretty much everyone, so I found that 30 would be a fair place to start. There's a pretty massive dip around episode 7 where Rem kills him. I think that would certainly dampen their relationship at least a little bit in Subaru's mind, not to mention he discovered they were all, aside from Amelia, suspicious of him. I brought the score up on episode 9 as Rem kind of dies and that pushes Subaru to be better. We finish off Arc 2 with Rem and Subaru growing closer and closer and moved Rem's score to 70, right under Amelia. After Subaru and Amelia have their argument, I moved Rem up a little bit as she's the only person who Subaru spends time with. I keep her consistently at 80 until the confession scene where I moved her up to 95. I had them end the series at the same spot because it felt low-key kind of poetic, and Subaru does love them just in different ways. I think another reason people like Rem so highly is she does have very relatable flaws. I know that sounds super simple, but compare that to Amelia real quick. And Amelia's flaws are being too kind, being naive. The trauma from her past is revealed in season 2, but in season 1 she's pretty much perfect. These are all things that people have suffered with. We've all been too kind at some point or been naive, but Rem deals with things that are much more relatable to the audience. She deals with insecurity, she has an incredibly low self-esteem, and I'm pretty sure that most people suffer with this. She also feels like she needs to put in a large amount of work in order to compensate for how she felt when she was younger, when Ram lost her horn. This mistake she made, she still gruels over from her childhood, and it's something the audience can relate to so much. I don't know if it's just because I'm the same age as Rem canonically, and in a similar stage of my life, but I personally feel so much remorse for how I acted as a child. And man, do I get how Rem feels. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way too. That all being said, there is certainly a group of people that like Rem because she is cute or something, which she is. Look at that face. How could anyone ever say anything bad to her? I'm sad to say there may be a small group of people who like her because she is a maid. And missed the whole part that she has autonomy. Okay, fine. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. An argument that I am sad to admit I believed until I really paid attention to ReZero is that people only liked Rem because she was a maid, and maids tend to not have a large amount of independence. Back in my Rem is overrated days, I used to agree with this until I actually paid attention to what is happening in the story and realized that she does not fit the stereotype of a maid very much. While she does obey orders from Roswaal, who is her lord, and stuff like that, she actually does take a lot of independence. She takes care of Subaru not because of her duties as a maid, but because she loves him. Let's hypothetically just swap around you and Subaru for a minute. She would not treat you the same as Subaru. You are not that guy, okay? Unless you are out here being her hero and hypothetically have her turned by death, you are not going to be him. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I spent a good amount of time writing the script. Hopefully it's better than the last one. Last one low-key kind of flopped a little bit. But yeah, I spent so much more time working on the script on this one. I of course don't know how the editing is going to turn out, but I'm hoping I improved it. I'm trying to make the transitions and such smoother. Low key, please like and subscribe, please, I beg. I'm not, that was a little cringe, I'm very sorry. But yeah, if you happen to enjoy it and would like to see more, you know, you could smash that like button, subscribe. I got more good content on the way, guys. Please. Also, opinion on the new Rivals patch, if anyone plays a lot of that game. I clearly do, because it's in the background of every video. But yeah, opinion on the new patch. I've been getting the worst teammates. Also, if there's something you disagreed in this video about, or you just wanted to, like, voice your opinion, or, like, what I could improve on, go ahead, drop that down in the comments. Alright, bye-bye.